A pleasant good evening to you, Tiger fans. Bill Sharp along with Steve Carnell, and we are on location here at Lexington High School in the gymnasium here on campus as the Lady Tigers and Tigers go into action tonight in district action to determine who's going to walk away with the championship of the regular season district title. The Lady Tigers fell 58-52 in the last contest and took it to overtime and were unable to come out with a victory. But we're on the road here tonight, and we'll have to see what happens when the two teams meet for the second time.
Well, it was a thrilling first game for sure. Lady Tigers played pretty well. Lexington played pretty well. If I can remember right, they beat us on the boards quite a bit, but we were in that game, and then, we had a chance to ice it with a 1-and-1, missed the front end, and we let them come down and score two, tied us up. They got all the momentum in the overtime and took it from there.
Yeah, and we knew that this was going to be a long haul in this district between these teams because all of them match up so well. I understand that McNairy County had their way with Lexington earlier in the week and beat them pretty soundly. So they may be the odds-on favorite to win this thing. We're just going to have to see what happens. We had that game moved over until, it's going to be on Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. I get to spend my Valentine's with you.
And my wife's happy about it.
That.
My wife's very happy about that.
Hopefully you'll pay.
But that's what you have to do. I'm good for it.
Yeah, but, like I said, this district is pretty close. Of course, McNairy and Chester County seem to pulling away from Lexington and Hardin County. So I guess you could say maybe we're battling for third and fourth in the seed. You really don't want to finish fourth because if you finish fourth, go to the tournament, that means you're going to take on Southside, which is undefeated, and the number one team in that side over there.
Yeah, and again, a lot of cookies on the table tonight. I know that these Lady Tigers were anxious to go into action on Tuesday night, but that got snowed out. So they'll have to see if what they have done in practice this week will pay off. And I'm almost certain they practiced on the days we were out of school.
Yeah, and they had some momentum going, too. They shot the ball really well at Chester County in the first half, especially. Chester County, for some reason, just stayed in a zone and just let us shoot over the top of them. And we were right there. I think we were down maybe 1 or 2 at halftime. Haley Hardin, I think, had 12, 13 in the first half of that game. Bailey Gamble shot the ball well in the first half. Neely Berry hit a couple of threes. Now, we did have a tough time on the inside with them. I don't think we'll have that difficult time tonight, although they're pretty active inside. But you get all that momentum, and then you're off a week. And, I'm sure they would have really liked to have played Tuesday night and keep some kind of momentum going.
That continuity going.
Yeah, and so we'll see. But both teams have been out. They didn't play Tuesday night. I think they're going to have to turn around and play tomorrow night. So they got 2 district games back-to-back.
Now that could be helpful for our cause. But if you look at the teams height-wise, they look very comparable. There's no advantage that I could see on either team in terms of inside. Just seems like they muscle a little better than we do, or did in the previous game.
Yeah.
We got a couple of minutes before the announcement of the starting lineups. We'll take that as an opportunity to let our sponsors talk to you, and we'll be back after these words. So stay with us on K93. Starting five for the Lady Tigers being announced right now, and they're the same five as have started for the last 15 games. Clara Callahan, who is followed by Bailey Gamble, Ashton Davis, Haley Hardin, and Neely Barrier. Head coach Brandon Kirk, assistants Ryan Geyer and Ron Parson. So for Lexington, Shay Hollingsworth will be the first starter up. Kylie Waldrop.
I don't think they could have a worse sound system than what they.
Callie McDowell, I can't hear a word he's saying.
I can't either. They got it loud and.
As I said, Callie McDonald, also number 24, Alyssa Ballou, and number 25, that's Ballou. There's one of the numbers has been changed. It might be Shay Hollingsworth. There's a number I don't have.
Oh, I see what it is. We had rock and roll going and the band. Well, the band actually up there in the corner. So a lot of things going on at one time.
Ballou will be jumping against Davis. Lexington in white and red. Tigers in gray and maroon. Taps controlled by Lexington. They get it over on the right wing to Hollingsworth. Tigers in a zone. Attempted steal out there by Gamble. It's going to result in the first foul of the night, as she missed the ball and got all player.
That was quick.
So, scoreboard already lighting up in the foul category. And we're 11 seconds into the game. Inbound to down inside the paint, the Ballou. She kicks it outside now. With it is Transer, I'm going to say. Down on the baseline now, they've got it to Ballou. Ballou back outside to Transer. Now to Hollingsworth. To Waldrop on the right side. Tigers in the zone. Here's a three-pointer from the corner. It's no good. Rebound will be fielded by Waldrop. And Hollingsworth will take it around the wing on the right side, down in the corner. Back outside to Ballou, right side. In the lane, 5-foot jumper, no good. Gets her own rebound. Once again, the Lady Tigers now, ball is tapped away there by Barrier, picked up by Gamble. Now to Hardin. The Tigers back on the offensive end. Or actually on the offensive end for the first time tonight. Davis in the corner. Down underneath to Callahan. Callahan's reverse layup won't go. Rebound taken down by Lexington. Waldrop dribbles across the timeline. Goes to Hollingsworth, head of the key. On the right side, here's a three-pointer. Did you hear that name? I don't know.
I had no idea.
We don't have a 24 on our roster, so we're trying to pick it up. I believe it's going to be Transer. That's what we're going to call her from now. But she hits the three, and Lexington takes the early lead. Tigers are back down the floor. They go to Barrier on the left wing. Barrier will be fouled and thoroughly fouled.
That's who it was, 24. It is senior night, and they did tell us that one of the girls was going to start tonight. That was a senior, and that's who hit the three-pointer, and then they promptly took her out. So much for your efforts.
Doesn't that work well for you? Here's a long three-pointer off the right side by Barrier. It's off no good. Gamble with the rebound. Her follow won't go. Rebound taken down by Casey, who's in now. Shot or in the lane, gets dished outside. Going in and putting up a bank shot on the inside is going to be Shay Hollingsworth. She gets a deuce, and it's 5-0. Lexington, 5:39 left to go first period. In the corner to Hardin for three. Found the rim, but came off and will be batted out of bounds on the rebound as Hollingsworth. No, now they're saying it's.
Yeah, it went off us. It went off Gamble.
Gamble touched it last. So Lexington will bring it across the timeline. They go with Bartholomew. Bartholomew on the dribble, stops. Goes left side, back around to the other side to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth drives baseline, stops. Ballou now with it on the right wing, drives in the paint. Out on the left wing, pass is up to make Waldrop. Waldrop puts up a 12-foot jumper. It's no good. Callahan with the rebound and coming down on with the rebound was Callahan, and foul is going to be called on Alyssa Ballou. That's her first. And the team's second. More importantly, the Tigers have the basketball. Across the timeline comes Hardin dribbling. She looks left side of the lane, goes to Barrier. Barrier outside to Gamble on the right. Now to Callahan, far side of the court on the left. Callahan stops high post, gets it out to Hardin. Hardin to Callahan on the wing, tries to lob it inside. It's going to be out of bounds, and unable to swat it back in was Gamble, but they're saying it hit the line before she touched it, and they're going to give the ball to Hardin County. Got a break there, I believe. Inbound to Barrier. Barrier under to Callahan, batted away, and picked up by Hollingsworth. Ballou dribbles across the timeline after the pass from Hollingsworth. On the left side to Hollingsworth. Now a three-point shot in the corner. It's off, no good. Rebound taken down by Callahan. She'll dish it to Hardin. Hardin running. Tigers don't have the numbers. They'll set up shop offensively. With it, it's Callahan on the right wing. Now to Barrier, who's going one-on-one with Hollingsworth. She's trapped, gets it over to Hardin. Hardin goes in the lane, puts up the one-handed floater, no good. Rebound, Lexington coming out running here is Bartholomew. She stops on the baseline. Good play there by Davis. As Ashton Davis stopped a two-pointer there, and they were forced to take it back outside. Lexington working the perimeter now. In the lane goes Waldrop. Waldrop shot, a hook shot on the right side, won't go. Rebound Hardin. Hardin comes out of there dribbling and running hard. Stops on the left wing. Lexington and the man-to-man. Hardin gets a pick from Gamble. Gamble breaks left and then gives it back to Hardin on the left side. Now to Barrier on the right side, who goes down in the deep corner right to Gamble, back outside now to Davis on the left wing. Davis, couple of dribbles, goes to Gamble. 2:47 left to go. First period, Tigers trail 5-0. Gamble gets it over to Callahan. Callahan has it knocked away.
Kind of lazy pass right there.
And Callie McDonald is going to be guilty of knocking it out of bounds. Into the game comes Molly Pierce. And I believe that's Hannah Miller.
That's Riley.
Oh, that's okay. Riley Strickland. Now, bringing it down is Hardin inside the circle to Strickland. High post. Down to Pierce. Drives baselines. Picks up the dribble. In trouble. Wings it outside to Hardin on the left for three. It's off, no good. Rebound taken down, and McDonald running the floor. Stops low post. Goes out and outside to Hollingsworth. Now with it, Waldrop to Hollingsworth. Back now to Bartholomew. 1:54 left in the first. Tigers still have not scored. It's 5-0 Lexington. Well, Hollingsworth drives in the lane, puts up the one-hander, missed it. Rebound taken down by Callahan. Gets the outlet pass to Davis. Davis running across the timeline. Goes to Hardin on the right wing. Barrier and Gamble are on the bench now. On the left side, they go to Strickland. Now to Pierce for three. No. Short. Rebound taken down by Callahan. Out to Davis. Now Hardin for three. Yes. So Haley Hardin gets the first 3 points for the Tigers. Tigers trail by 2 with 1:06 left to go in the first period. There have been a couple of fouls called in this quarter, but not many. And they were all out of bounds. No shooting yet. Here's a pass inside. It's going to be stolen away by Hardin. Haley Hardin comes out running. Stops on the left wing. Down in the corner. It's Strickland for three. It's off, no good. Rebound, Callahan. Callahan looking for help. She's going to have to hurry.
Got a timeout.
Now there's a whistle as they got it to Pierce, and they call a 3-second, I guess.
Could have helped her out with a timeout there. She had nowhere to go with it, but then we end up
everyone was shielded away. No way she'd get a pass off. Well, that will turn it over to Lexington, and they'll bring it down with 29 seconds remaining in the quarter, leading by 2. On the right wing to Waldrop. Ball gets swatted away and out of bounds with 22 seconds left. Give it to Lexington. Now, Waldrop has it. Goes to Bartholomew. Bartholomew left side now to McDonald. In the corner, here's a long three-pointer by Ballou. It's off, no good. Davis with the rebound. Quick pass to Hardin. Hardin goes down, kicks it in the corner. And there's a shot for 1 second, and now it's knocked out of bounds as Pierce tried to get the shot off, but she got some resistance in the corner, and it goes out of bounds. First quarter comes to a close. Hardin County trails 5-3 at the hands of Lexington. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout. Well, the first quarter was a scoring juggernaut. 5-3. Lexington leads. The Tigers have it to start the second period. Strickland has it on the left wing to Davis, head of the key. Now to Pierce on the right wing. Around to Hardin. Hardin dribbles left to right around the circle. Now goes farther to the right. Reverse pivots, brings it back to Pierce. Pierce drives in, puts up a jumper from about 6, missed it, but Callahan gets the follow. She'll pick up her first 2 points tonight, and we're tied at 5. Just underway in the second period. Brand new ball game. With it is Bartholomew. Underneath to Ballou. Ballou kicks it outside. Here's a three-pointer that's off, no good. Ballou gets the rebound. Tries to go up for the shot. Callahan says, no, you don't. And they'll kick it back outside. Now Ballou tries the three. It's off, no good. And they'll get the rebound again. This time Bartholomew gets it. Drives in, goes underneath. Going up for the shot is a player. Then now there's a whistle.
Yeah, Claire got a hand in the eye, kind of scraped down over her eye. I don't know if she wears contacts or not, but she's hurting. Got her right in the eyeball.
So she'll come out. Gamble and Barrier both come back into the game, and also Katie Atkins. It will be Tiger basketball as we got the rebound off of the shot, and now Hardin will dribble down for the Tigers. Dribbling on the right side, kicks it over a barrier. Now to Atkins, back now to Hardin. Atkins goes right and then comes back to Hardin at center court. Atkins, right to left, gets to Davis. Davis gets back to Atkins. Now out in the circle, down in the corner to Hardin. Hardin gets it over to Atkins in the far corner left side. Back outside, Haley Hardin now dribbling. She drives in, puts the shot off the glass, nailed it. That's the shot I like to see her take. And she hit it, and the Tigers take a quick lead. First lead of the night for Hardin County. And Lexington's been on a drought since they scored 5 points early in the first quarter. Now they're working to Bartholomew down low, and it gets away, but Blue's going to retrieve it on the baseline. Kicks it back outside to Walter. Walter over to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth penetrates, but kicks it back outside. And they go on the right side to McDonald in the corner. Tigers still in a 2-3 zone. Driving, hook shot going to be put up by Bartholomew. It is off, no good, but there will be a whistle and a foul call. And that's going to be on Katie Atkins, her first. Team's second. 5:12 left to go in a half. This thing's going by quick. On the line, shooting two is Hollingsworth.
Last several games we played, especially these district games, have
been
gone
real.
by. I mean, they're letting them play
yeah.
a little bit and kind of backing off the fouls.
First shot by Hollingsworth is good. Second shot is off, no good. Rebound, Davis.
I'm good with that, though.
Yep, Tigers are hanging on to a 1-point lead. We'll take it down in the corner on the left side now to Barrier. Out to Hardin, who drifts right around the circle. Does a little dribbling demonstration and goes into the lane. Goes to Davis in the corner left side. Davis backs into the lane and then pushes it back out to Hardin on the left. Now to Barrier. As she gets it over to Gamble. Now there's a traveling call.
I thought they was either going to get a moving screen or hard travel.
And
they had their choice.
Barrier gets whistled for the traveling call, and it will be Lexington basketball with 4:29 left to go in the half. They trail 7-6 at the hands of Hardin County. Into Ballou in the lane and going up, getting a quick pass from Ballou is Hollingsworth, and she'll score. And all of a sudden, Lexington's back. The Tigers come back in, and there's a shot by Barrier off the right side for three, and she nailed it. Is that Barrier or Gamble?
That was Gamble.
I was going to say, thought I had that wrong. Gamble hits the three, banked it from the right side. 3:51. Driving in the lane, shots up, and going to be good as Bartholomew drives in the paint. Throws up a shot inside, finds the range, and we're tied at 10. Davis down on the other end, goes in the lane, the right side, lays it off the glass, puts it up and in. Ashton Davis gets two, and scoreboard's starting to light up a little more here.
Explosion of offense.
12-10, Hardin County on top. 3:20 left to go in a half. Head of the keys, Bartholomew. Stops, high post left side, gets it back outside to Walter. Walter goes underneath, gets the shot, gets the pass under to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth goes up with that little short shot, just like he has to squeeze it through to the rim. She hit it twice in a row, and now it's 12 all. Tigers get it down to Barrier for three on the right. Hers won't go. Rebound taken down. Walter a little free with the elbows, but they're going to let her get away with it. Bartholomew goes down. Here's a three-pointer put up and good by Shay Hollingsworth. She's got 10 now. And the Tigers trail by three. Get it over now to Barrier in the corner. Barrier picks up the dribble. Goes in to Atkins, turnaround jumper, banks it. Man, oh man. Good shot. 2:18 left to go now. Tigers trail by 1.
I never thought, well, I don't think she ever saw the basket.
She shot it from the hip. Right?
Yeah.
That was a straight shot in.
Yeah.
Lexington in the paint now. Blue with it. Over now, driving in and dumping it off as Waldrop. Loose ball is finally controlled out there by Blue. On the right side, here's a three-pointer. It's up and no good. And the rebound's going to be taken down by Gamble.
I can't do that.
And Gamble will be fouled. Hollingsworth will pick up a foul there. Thank goodness. That very well could have been a held ball.
Yeah, well, I mean, we just sat there and let her grab it. I mean, you can't do that. You got to be a lot stronger with it than that or get rid of it.
Davis and Atkins sit down, and in comes Strickland and Pierce. So Strickland starts to move it up the floor, gets it over now to Hardin. Now to Pierce. Pierce stops on the left wing. Back out to Hardin, 138. 15-14 Lexington right now. Hardin, reverse move in the circle, drives in, puts it up, nails it. Hit it with the left-hand layup. So Haley Hardin got her 7th point tonight, and the Tigers lead by a point. Outside they go to Bartholomew. She goes under to Ballou. Ballou gets an easy layup inside. Something broke down on the low post there. Tigers get it to Barrier at midcourt, breaking the pressure. She'll drive it down and goes underneath to Callahan. Callahan's shot will not go. Rebound is going to be knocked out of bounds. Who touched it last? They say we did.
Yeah, it's close. I think we did get it.
58.2 seconds left in the half. Tigers trailing by 1. Lexington, however, with the basketball. Across the timeline, Bartholomew. On the left to McDonald. Now to Ballou. Ballou one-on-one with Pierce. And a ball gets away from it. I think it went off her knee, out of bounds.
Yeah, she just dribbled it out of bounds. Just lost control, went right out of bounds. Break for us.
Yeah, Tigers have the ball now with 36 seconds. They're in the backcourt. Working with it is Hardin. Strickland now dribbles it across the timeline. 27 seconds. Hardin goes right. Now to Barrier in the corner right side. Back outside to Strickland. Now to Pierce. Outside to Strickland again. 14 seconds. Barrier. Head fakes. Goes to Hardin. Hardin crosses the lane. Gets it to Strickland. Dover in the corner. Here's Pierce. Leaves an open alley. Goes to the basket. Puts it up. It won't go. But she's fouled. Stopping the clock with 1.5 seconds remaining. I'm sure that's not what Lexington fans wanted to see there. That puts Molly Pierce on the line to shoot 2. And she missed the first one. So Hardin County needs 1 point to tie this up at half. And Molly Pierce on the line to provide that point right here. Yes, nailed it. And there will not be a shot for the end of the quarter. And we're at halftime, 17-17. Brand new ball game as we settle in here tonight. 2 games coming your way here on K93 as the Hardin County Tigers on the road here in Lexington, Tennessee in district play. A victory tonight is almost a must for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, it's a must for both teams, really. And they're playing like it, although the first quarter, what was it, 5-2, 5-3?
Yeah.
And they picked it up a little bit here in the second half. And these two teams are equally matched, and you can kind of tell with the scoring, offensively anyway.
8 points for both teams in the first quarter and 25 points for both teams in the second quarter. So it's no comparison.
It's going to go down to the end again.
Like I said, the way they match up and the talent on both these teams is almost identical. And that's about what you can expect. And I don't think it's going to be much different if we end up playing them in the district tournament when it begins in Chester County.
Yep.
So 17-6, or rather 17 all for the halftime score. Hardin County and Lexington tied. We're going to take a pause here for a word for our sponsors. We'll come back with more as it's senior night in Lexington, Tennessee. Back after this. All right, back at halftime of the Hardin County Lexington High School basketball game here. Bill Sharp along with Steve Carnell. Pleased as punch to travel over today, and we're astounded at the amount of ice that is still in the trees and the highland area above the bottoms there. That was amazing. I thought most of it had gone, but it was still as crystalline as can be.
They had a bunch over there. I had a good friend of mine that was out in the county having to work today and pick up limbs and trees. And I said, we got a lot down. He said, man, out in the county, he said, a lot of ice still on trees. And I thought, why is it always colder in the county than it is in town?
A lot of it's a higher elevation than Savannah is. So I guess that explains it. But
well, you did explain it to me. I
just wasn't expecting to see that because I thought, pretty well it would have melted throughout the county today, but it has not. So for all of you that live out there or drive through that way, be very careful. There's still some dangerous conditions out there. Halftime score is 17-17 as Hardin County and Lexington fighting it out here, trying to seed for this tournament that begins in a couple of weeks. I was looking at the schedule for the rest of the season. We are going to host Chester County on Tuesday next week. Then we will host McNairy County on Friday, and then we go to McNairy County on that following Tuesday, which is, as we said, Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so we, let's see, next week, Tuesday night will be homecoming, I think, and then that Friday night will be senior night, so a big week coming up next week, plus some really exciting games. And we need to get either both of them or one of the two and get one here tonight.
Yeah, that'd be a feather in our cap and a much better position to be heading into that tournament. Let's look at the scoring in the first half. For Lexington, leading scorer right now, Shay Hollingsworth with 10. She's followed by Jada Transer with 3. Also, Holly Bartholomew with 2. And Alicia Ballou with 2. So for the Tigers, the leading scorer right now is Haley Hardin with 7. And she's followed by Bailey Gamble with a 3. And several players with 2 each. Clara Callahan, Katie Atkins, and Ashton Davis scored 2 apiece. And Molly Pierce hit a free throw to end the second period that gave us a 17-17 tie at halftime. And ladies and gentlemen, that's how we got where we are right now.
Yeah, 17-17, all squared up going into second half. Couldn't ask for anything but else.
All right, we got half the student body out here on senior night for Lexington tonight, but we'll weather it through and have the second half for you in just a few minutes, so stay with us here on K93. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors. So the festivities at halftime for senior night are over here in Lexington.
Well, they put me in a bad mood.
Really?
Not a bad mood. I'm just kind of down. I feel sorry for the seniors.
I guess you want a little pomp and circumstance, but that sounded a little more like a.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't want to be critical. But anyway, it's 17-17 halftime score, and Lexington will have the basketball, and let's just leave it at that.
Well, we are at Lexington, so it's okay to be critical over here. Remember that, Bill.
Says you. I'm riding in the back seat on the way home. Callie McDonald will inbound it for Lexington to start the third period. And dribbling outside very nonchalantly is Hollingsworth. He's kind of wandered with it and then kicked it over to now Bartholomew. Drives in the lane, puts up a little left-handed hook shot. Won't go. Rebound, take it down by Hardin. Hardin gets it outside to Gamble. Gamble dribbling across the timeline. Gamble going one-on-one there with Waldrop. Finally gets it over to Hardin on the left side. Hardin reverse pivot dribbles, goes down in the corner. Here it is. Barrier for three. Neely Barrier.
Good start.
That's the three I said she had earlier. So, Tigers jump up by 3. Lexington back down the floor to get it to Bartholomew, head of the key. Left side at Blue. She drives in, puts it off the glass, and giving her away. She just drove it in and scored.
Yeah, that's a nice drive by her.
Tigers get it to Barry on the left side, back outside to Hardin, or Callahan rather. Callahan back to Hardin. Now it's a steal. It's going to be Hollingsworth coming up with it. She's going in for the layup. She gets it in the forecourt, takes it up off the glass and scores. And now it's 21-20. Lexington up by a point. Now Hardin testing the water on the right side. Gets it over now, pass off. And coming up with a steal is Hollingsworth. She goes into the forecourt, lays up the shot. This one is going to hit the bottom of the backboard as she was under pressure there by Barrier.
I mean, it's every third quarter that we come out and we just start turning it over. I don't know if it gets in their head or what, but they've come out and scored, 5 quick points on us?
Yeah, I'm looking for 6 here after this one.
Yeah.
She hit the first free throw.
Couple of turnovers real quick.
Second one's up. She got them both. Yeah. Hollingsworth with 14 now. Hollingsworth, a very popular athletic name in Henderson County. As the Tigers work it to Gamble on the right side. Attempted steal there by Bartholomew. Now Gamble trapped at center court, gets it over to Hardin right side. Hardin dribbles to the left. Backs out. Goes right side now to Strickland. Riley Strickland in the goes into the paint, shoves it right. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. Touch last by, I think, Hollingsworth.
Well, what they've done is they've started this quarter playing man-to-man and being really aggressive with us, and that's kind of been the blueprint.
Tigers get it down to Gamble on the baseline left side. She'll dribble it back out. Looking for Strickland, who comes out high. Strickland dribbling in circles. Heading now has it tapped away by Hollingsworth. Loose ball picked up by Bartholomew. Outlet pass. Down the floor they go with it. And going in for the basket is Waldrop. So Waldrop's going to get the bucket. And it's now 25-20. Davis tries the right side, goes in, puts the shot up. A little short, gets her own rebound, kicks it out. Now to Gamble. All the way across court on the left side to Hardin, who goes on the dribble. Working against Waldrop. Backs her way in toward the paint. Now there's a whistle and a foul is going to be called. And Steve Smith would have been proud of her. The lady he called Ponytail was who called that foul. Now they get to Davis outside on the inbounds pass. Outside to Hardin. Down in the corner, Davis for three. Back rim, rebound. I thought Callahan had it. She and Hollingsworth will tie it up. I can't see the possession arrow from here, but it's going to be Lexington ball.
Now they're giving it to us. They had it wrong.
Okay, so now it's going to be Tiger basketball baseline. They were about to hand it out to the white team, and that won't do. 4:26 left to go third, 25-20 Lexington. Strickland, barrier on the right side. Now to Callahan in the paint. Turn around, jump shot, it's off, no good, but a whistle and a foul. It's going to be called on Callahan.
No, they called it on them.
Okay. Now that's going to be on Waldrop. And the Tigers take it out. Hardin on the right side, now to Davis in the corner. Davis stops, looks for some help, gets it to Strickland. Along the lane, goes under to Callahan. Callahan's shot blocked by McDonald. Loose ball picked up by Ballou. She'll drive it down, take it up, miss the layup. Now with it is Callahan. She gave a young lady an elbow in the face, and the crowd got a little upset. We had it and then lost it at midcourt. Lexington's got it back. Quick pass underneath, and taking it up for the score is Kylie Waldrop. And right now it's 10-3 in this quarter. The Tigers trail 27-20. Callahan with it in the circle to Davis. Davis goes in for the layup.
Nice.
Got it, yes. Nice move by Callahan to post up, and then in came Davis for the score. Lexington down the floor. Shots off, no good, but the follow is going to be up and good by Waldrop. She's got 6 now, and it's 29-22. 3 minutes left to go in the third. Strickland on the right wing. Now to Hardin, who drives in the paint, goes up for the shot about 6 feet away. It's blocked, but she's fouled.
They're catching up on the fouls in this quarter.
Yeah. They have a tendency to do that.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the third foul on Kylie Waldrop. And on the line is Haley Hardin shooting 2. First shot is good. Got to have those, babies. 29-23. Can cut it to 5 with this one. And she did. So, Tigers on full court pressure. Lexington gets it to Ballou down the court. They're going to throw it away. She tried to get a high hard one in there to Waldrop. It's going to go out of bounds. Give it to the Tigers. An opportunity now to catch up and go ahead in this game. Strickland meets a wall at midcourt. Goes back to Hardin. They're going to have to hurry. They get it over now to Barrier. Barrier drives in, goes up for the shot. Going to be blocked, but the foul is going to be on McDonald. And on the line will go Neely Barrier. She's going to be shooting 2. First shot is in and out, no. Strickland checks down in the low box along with Davis, with Hollingsworth and Waldrop underneath. Second shot is in and out. She missed both of them. Rebound Lexington. Coming out with it is Hollingsworth. To Bartholomew in the forecourt. 2:26 in the corner to Waldrop. She drives in, puts the shot up, off the back rim. No, rebound Hardin. It hung there for a second, but Hardin was waiting for it on the other side. She dribbles down the floor, into the paint, goes in for a layup. Missed it. Rimmed out. Rebound, Waldrop. She's running. Stops at midcourt. Lexington will set up the offense. 2 minutes left to go in the third, 29-24. Lexington up by 5. Bartholomew. Right side now to Waldrop. Not in any particular hurry. 1:45 now. Coming out and working on her defensively is Riley Strickland. They're content with working the perimeter with crisp passes. Waldrop drives in, puts up a shot. It's going to roll off, no good. Davis gets it with 1:20. She's across the timeline, and she will be called for traveling. She tried to split a double team at midcourt, got a little out of control there, and thought she'd be able to pass it off before her feet came down, but that didn't happen. They're going to give it to Lexington with 1:18 to go in the third. They lead by 5. Bartholomew, the left side to Wallace. Becca Wallace. Now to Bartholomew in the paint. She drives in. There's a whistle and a foul call. Probably going to be on Callahan. That's Claire's first. And Lexington takes it out, works the perimeter to get it down now to Waldrop on the right side. Waldrop playing with 3 fouls. 48 seconds. Bounce pass into Waldrop underneath. Going up for the shot is McDonald. She missed it. Fight for the rebound. Davis had it, and then Gamble came up with it. Now there is a whistle. And I'm guessing they're calling hell ball there.
Yes, there's.
That's going to be Lexington's basketball on the baseline on the left side of the lane. Inbound to Waldrop. Waldrop drives, goes up with the one-handed jump shot from about 6. No good. Rebound fought for. Still fighting for it in the lane. There is Gamble. Yep. Now there's a technical foul called.
That's twice 10 she pushed off earlier against Clara, and they missed that one that time. She got caught.
So the technical foul has been called on Lexington. All players off the line except for Haley Hardin, and she'll be shooting 2. And then the Tigers will have it out in the backcourt. Excellent opportunity to cut into this 5-point lead. 32.7 seconds remaining in the third period.
Getting a little chippy out there.
Well, I saw a really hard elbow in the face a moment ago. This girl's as Hardin's first shot falls off, no good.
That's 3 free throws in a row we've missed.
Right now we're 3 for 7. But she gets the second one, cuts it to 4 now. Plus we'll have the basketball. And a remote chance of tying the score by the end of the third period. Davis inbounds to Hardin. Now there's a horn that is checking on some substitutions, I'm sure. Now they're going to inbound it to Hardin with 31 seconds remaining. This is the third period. Tigers down by 4. Gamble on the right side. Dribbles to the head of the key. Stops. Goes right side to Hardin. 18 seconds. Hardin circles in from right to left to Davis in the corner for 3. It's too hard. Rebound taken down and knocked out of bounds. Touched last by McDonald, they're saying. Lexington Tiger fans didn't like that call.
Well, she didn't believe it either.
Now there's timeout on the floor. Timeout Lexington with 10.9 seconds remaining in the third. They lead 29-25. We will be back in 30 seconds. All right, timeout was on the floor here with 10.9 seconds remaining, so the Tigers have one last chance here to reduce the lead that Lexington has by 4. Inbounds goes to Barrier, down in the corner to Hardin. Hardin dribbles out, 6 seconds. 4, drives in the lane, puts up the shot, blocked. Bartholomew blocked Hardin's shot right at the buzzer, and that's going to be the end of the third period. 29-25 the score, Lexington on top. We'll be back in 1 minute. Davis on the left side now. Now to Gamble for 3, dead away. Missed it. Rebound taken down by McKnight. Cadence McKnight in for Lexington. Dribbling down is Bartholomew all the way to the baseline. Kicks it outside to McKnight. She puts the shot up. It's going to be blocked. Gets her own rebound. Gets it out to Ballou. Ballou crosses the lane right to left. Puts up the shot on the baseline. No good. Rebound is going to be Barrier. Now to Hardin. Hardin across the timeline. Tigers needing to step up this offensive output. Hardin, spin move at the circle. Over now to Barrier. Back to Hardin, who's crossed again from left to right. And now a three-point shot that's off and no good by Barrier. Rebound taken down by Bartholomew. Bartholomew down the floor. Back to Ballou. Ballou, baseline. With it is McKnight. McKnight goes in and under, and she's going to be fouled. That's going to be on Barrier, her second. Not much danger of being in foul trouble tonight. That's only the 5th foul in the game. First shot by Cadence McKnight is, however, good as gold. Pierce checks into the game. Katie Atkins. And the second shot's up and good. So it's 31-25, 6:50. To Strickland on the right side. Over to Molly Pierce. Left side. Down to Strickland. To Hardin. Backs into the circle, goes down the low post. Was going to go up for the shot, and it was Hollingsworth that got in the way. Now they're going to say that it's out of bounds, give it to Hardin County. And with it now is Strickland, head of the key. Tries to get it over now to Barrier. It gets batted away there by Ballou, and coming up with it are the Lexington Tigers. They control the basketball with 6:12 left to go in the fourth period, 31-25. They lead. Hollingsworth to Ballou outside, guarded by Strickland. Outside, working with it is Bartholomew. Down low post to McKnight. She drives, stopped there. Blocked by Pierce. Back now in the lane. It's a steal by Davis. Ashton Davis off to the races. Stops about 8 feet away. Crossing out to Pierce. Now to Hardin on the right wing. Hardin looking for some help inside. Nobody down there. Tigers are strung out in an arc all the way around the three-point circle. Now they break inside, and it's a pass off now to Barrier to Hardin on the left side. She drives in, going to collide with Bartholomew, and they're going to call a jump ball. Jump ball-wise, it's going to be Lexington's ball. Tigers go into full court pressure with 5:17 remaining in the fourth quarter. 31 to 25. Tigers down by 6. It pass with under to McKnight, batted away, but Ballou picks it up, takes it in, lays it up and in. Elijah Ballou gets the 2 inside, and it's now an 8-point lead, the biggest lead of the night. Now with it is Hardin. Hardin dribbles, one-on-one with Hollingsworth, backs out, goes to Barrier, head of the key. Barrier drives down the post, goes over on the right side. Here's a shot by Pierce. It's off, no good. Rebound taken down by Ballou. Ballou running the floor. Stops. Dead away. Goes on the right side now to Hollingsworth. McKnight in the corner. Outside to Hollingsworth. She works it from right to left. Bartholomew going with Barrier one-on-one. 4:10 left to go in the game, 33-25. Lexington on top. Driving through is Bartholomew. She is going to be fouled as she goes up for a layup. That's going to be the third on Ely Barrier. Back into the game comes Gamble and also Callahan. Out comes Strickland and Pierce. Inbound pass is going to be a shot, result in a shot by Hollingsworth, which is off, no good, but a whistle and a foul is going to put her on the line. Foul is going to be on Clara Callahan, her second. We got a half a quarter left. 4:01. Down by 8. And to help us out there, Hollingsworth, who's on the line, missed the first free throw. Second shot is good. So now there's timeout on the floor. Timeout Hardin County, I believe. Lexington. 4:01 left to go. Tigers trail 34-25. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Her 15th point on that free throw, giving Lexington its, once again, largest lead of the night. Now it's 9. And Hardin County is going to have to get untracked here. And they bring it down the floor. And there's a steal, but it's going to end up in a out-of-bounds play as Hollingsworth got the steal, just couldn't run it down before it went out against the scorer's table. And the Tigers will take it. Hardin goes to Davis on the right side now to Barrier. That is a whistle and a foul call. It's going to be on Callie McDonald, pushing off on Callahan in the lane.
They're trying to get us in a 1-and-1, aren't they, Bill?
I'm thinking so.
Yeah. What is it, 6-5? I believe that's right.
I can't see that well on the scoreboard. Here's a shot from the left wing by Hardin. It's off, no good. Rebound is Gamble. Gamble tries to put the follow-up. It's going to be taken away there by Waldrop, and they get it down underneath and going up for the shot. Bartholomew gets the 2, and now it's 36-25. A double-digit lead for Lexington with 3:11 left to go in the fourth. Waldrop on the right side for 3. It's off, no good. Rebound taken down by Gamble. Outlet pass to Hardin. Hardin in the forecourt. Works in the circle. Puts up a 3-pointer from the right side. Comes high off the back rim. Rebound is going to be taken down by Bartholomew. And she's in the forecourt. Gets it over now to Hollingsworth. 2:40 left now. 36-25. Lexington on top. On the left side, they go to Waldrop. Back to Bartholomew. Head of the key. Now a Hollingsworth 3-pointer. It's off, no good. Rebound taken down by Barrier. Barrier gets it to Hardin. Hardin running. Stops, kicks it over to Davis, right side of the circle. Hardin pressured by Hollingsworth. Sets a pick now and gets it off now to Barrier. Drives, puts a bank shot up. No good. Rebound taken down by that's Waldrop. Now out to Hollingsworth. Back to Waldrop in the corner. Below. 150 now. Waldrop goes to that's Bartholomew. Underneath now to Blue. Blue gets an easy layup. He left her alone, and she took it up and scored her 8th point tonight. And it's 38-25, 1:27 remaining. Hopes dimming for the Lady Tigers here. As Barrier goes into paint, dishes it back to Gamble. Gamble shot high up, bounced off the rim and came off, and a whistle and a foul is going to be called on the rebound. Callahan picks up her 3rd. In comes Strickland. Also Pierce. Check that. That's McKaylee Stanfield. Stanfield gets a steal at midcourt. Heads it. Now to Strickland. Head of the key. Here's a 3-pointer off the left side by Hardin's. No good. Rebound fought for. Barrier gets thrown to the floor, and they're going to call a jump ball. Hardin County basketball with 1:02 remaining. 38-25, down by 13. Strickland in the corner. Hardin. Hardin drives in the paint, puts up a hook shot, missed it. Rebound, batted out of bounds, touch last by, I guess, McDonald. They're going to give it to Hardin County. 54 seconds. On the left side of Hardin. Hardin tries the 3. Missed it. Rebound saved in by Strickland. Loose ball picked up and put up for 3 by Barrier. She missed it. Rebound's going to be picked up by the Lexington, and they're running the floor with 34 seconds remaining. A foul is going to be called on McKaylee Stanfield. Her 1st. That's the team's 7th. So we'll go to the 1-and-1 here. Just wasn't meant to be.
Well, we haven't been very good in the second half offensively, and it shows again tonight. We've scored 8 in this half with 34 seconds to go. It's hard to win when you do that.
Well, the sad news is that we have not scored in this quarter.
Once they went to a man-to-man, I mean, we just kind of lost a little bit of what offense we had in the first half.
Bartholomew hit one free throw, missed the other one. Tigers got the rebound. They run the floor down. They get it underneath now to Callahan. Callahan squirts a shot up. It's off. No good. And a loose ball underneath. Several players on the floor now with 14 seconds remaining. And it will be Lexington basketball following that melee. Lexington up by 14, brings it down the floor. And Bartholomew will step on the sideline as she tried to push it into the forecourt. Took her eye off the line, stepped on it. 11.8 seconds remaining. 39-25. Lexington in the driver's seat and will take a pair from Hardin County this year. That's never a good feeling.
No, last game at home was a really good game between these two, and then offensively we just didn't show up. There's nothing else you can say about it.
Well, particularly in the fourth quarter, we've been outscored 10-0.
Yeah, but I mean, they ain't absolutely just shot the ball.
Hardin tries a shot at the buzzer and hits it for 3. And there's like 3 seconds left. And that's going to be the end of the game.
Yep.
As Haley Hardin works into double figures with that bank three-shot from a three-pointer from dead away. And 39-28, forevermore the final.
Yep. Well, I mean, basically you scored 8 points in the second half, 3 in the fourth quarter. I mean, they only scored 39 points. They didn't tear it up.
Well,
but we just couldn't do anything.
They doubled our score in the second half, 22-11. So.
Well, they also, they came out and went into a man, and we're not good under pressure. When we get people in our face and it makes us speed up. But that's because this is a young team and a lot of youth out there. So, this is things you have to work through. And I don't know, just not a good night offensively. And then, of course, not having a good second half. That kind of compounded the problem.
39-28, that's a low score even for a high school game. And I'm sure that's not what either coach had in mind when they started tonight out. Yeah. But because they were in the 50s in Savannah.
Yeah.
So,
but, it's a league win, and you get a district win any way you can take it. Now that puts them kind of in the driver's seat for that third spot. And then, like I said, we needed this win to maybe a win or two next week and get us in that third or second spot. And that makes the region a whole lot better. But
no doubt about it. So, final score, Lady Tigers fall 39-28. Boys action headed your way in just a few moments, so stay right here. Keep it on that dial, 93.5 FM, WKWX. And we'll be back after these words from our gracious sponsors. Stay with us. All right, final score for the girls' game tonight, 39-28. Boys action headed your way with both headlights on bright. As the last time these two teams met, they went into overtime, and the Tigers pulled out a victory. But Steve's talking and can't. All right, Steve's eating.
Well, you said that right when I took a bite. I knew you did that on purpose.
Steve's trying to eat some chili, I think.
No, I'm not chili. Just the dog.
Yeah, I caught him with his gums closed. All right, we got
That's hard to do.
both teams finished with their warm-ups, and their lineups are already underway. Garrett Smith is announced. Next is Wheeler Wilkes. Next is J.T. Smith. Next is Tanner Davis. And Caleb McGee with his number 33. The highest number on the team is always last in the introductions. Ryan Geyer, the head coach. Brandon Kirk. And Rob Parsons, the assistants. Donovan Blue will start for Lexington. Devin Bryant. Davion Massey. Aiden Valley. And Rocky Hurley. And we're ready for some basketball.
If I remember right, 25 and 24 in the second half. Last time we played them were really productive. It was a really good basketball team. I mean, really good basketball game, too.
Tigers won it by 6 in overtime.
Yeah, it's a good comeback. Caleb hit the three at the top of the key.
Bank shot was an awesome game saver for the Tigers. And Tanner Davis is set to jump. And I believe that's Ballou that he's jumping against, Donovan Ballou. Ballou gets the tap over to Hurley, and the game is underway. Lexington moves it down to the baseline, and they'll throw it into the backcourt for a backcourt violation. Under pressure.
I didn't think she was going to call it, or they were going to call it.
Well, they let it run. Of course, he kind of followed it down there and touched it at the last second, and the Tigers will get it underneath their own basket. Garrett Smith out on the left side now to Wilkes. To Davis, who's come from right to left. Has it at the circle and goes outside to JT. JT working against Ballou. Now to McGee. McGee one-on-one there with Bryant. Kicks it back outside. Lexington in the man-to-man. Hardin County in maroon. Lexington in white. Here's a three-pointer set up by Davis. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Bryant. Bryant down the floor to Massey. Now to Valley. Down in the corner left side, driving jumper, it's up and good by Valley. He gets two. Valley had a good game last week when we played them. JT will bring it down the pike for the Tigers. McGee at the high post tries to force it underneath to Wilkes, stolen away. Lexington in the forecourt after the steal. Hurley to Ballou. Now to Valley. Here's a three-pointer that's off, no good. Rebound controlled by Davis. So Tanner Davis on down to Wilkes for three in the corner. Rimmed it out. No good. Rebound. Garrett Smith comes up with it. Kicks it to Wilkes. Wilkes goes in for the one-hander. It's going to be off. No good. They're going to call him for
it's a flop.
Charge.
Yeah.
I didn't see him hit anybody.
Well, he flopped really bad. He didn't really hit him. The official was right there, though, but he did.
Must have been an oomph that we didn't hear, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Lexington leads it 2-0, and they have the basketball. Across the timeline goes Valley. Now to Bryant. Back to Valley, who comes from right to left down the lane, lays it up. He's got 4.
He's good. Can't let him get going.
JT. Now to Garrett. To the line goes Garrett Smith, shooting 2. First shot's good. So the Tigers are down by 2 now, 7-5, and they can cut it to 1 with this free throw by Garrett Smith. He hit them both. That's where you say, attaboy. 3:58 left, halfway done the first quarter. 7-6, Lexington on top. Rocky Hurley has it right side. Goes to Valley. Now down in the corner. Here's a 3-point shot's off, no good. Tapped and finally controlled by Balloon. Kicked outside now to Bryant. That was Baloo on the 3-point shot. Now head of the key over on the right side to Valley. Aiden Valley cans a 3 off the right side. 10-6 Lexington now. 3:14 left to go in the first period. Burdine into McGee. Going one-on-one, drives, puts up, swirls it home. McGee squared up against Hurley and finally backed it up and banked it home. It's 10-8 now. Lexington up by 2. We'll have it out on the end line following the timeout. And they were the ones that called the timeout, by the way. I thought perhaps that was Coach Geyer that did. But Lexington works the perimeter now. 5:56 left to go in. Davis drives, ties the one-handed jumper, missed it. Rebound taken down by Bryant. Bryant outlet pass going in for the layup is Valley. He missed it. Rebound JT. JT coming back down the floor, drives in the paint, and he's going to get called for a charge there. It might not have been one, but, man, it looked like one. Wouldn't you agree? So, Lexington will have it out in the backcourt. 24-17. They lead. There's some moisture on the floor. That'll result in a temporary timeout for sure. Man, that's a good thing. Coach tried to throw the towel, and it went nowhere. Rocky Hurley doing a bunny hop in the lane with the towel. I guess they've got it dried up enough. We're halfway through the second period. Tigers trail by 7. They work it now to Hurley on the right side. Left to Valley. Now as Bryant drives, hook shot. It's going to be in and out, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's going to be taken down by, that's going to be Bryant, who gets the rebound and stick back. He will score. 26-17 now. JT in the paint, going in with the shots. Davis, and got the roll. Nice move by Tanner Davis. He's got 5 now. And the Tigers trail by 7. Here's a 3-pointer off the right side. It's off and no good by Bryant. Rebound, or that's going to be out of bounds, untouched. Give it to Tigers baseline in the backcourt. Tanner Davis checks out. In comes Garrett Smith. No, out comes JT. And Garrett Smith in. So Tanner Davis, McGee, Wilkes, Burdine, and JT Smith on the floor. Here's a 3-pointer fade away. It's going to find the home. It looked like that was going to go way up on the backboard and go out, but instead he's going to get the 3. He has 5 now. That's Wheeler Wilkes. 3:07 now. 26-22. Tigers have cut it to 4. Now to Aiden Valley. Valley kicks it off of the free throw line on the left side of Hurley. Hurley goes in, puts the shot up. What a move by Rocky Hurley. He took it in the paint, drifted to his right, and threw it up and in. Tigers bring it down to Burdine. Burdine goes baseline, 6-foot jumper, running, it's off, no good, rebound. Taken down by Blue. Blue with 2:28 left to go in a half. Steps across the center court line. Gets it now to, that's Valley with it. His shot won't go. Rebound taken down as McGee comes up with it. Gets it to Burdine. Burdine down the floor. Goes into the, and on the corner. Shots off, no good off the right side. Rebound taken down by Lexington. They're back down the floor going in. And another missed shot. This time it's going to be Hurley who missed it. Now a whistle on the rebound. And the foul is going to be on Blue. That's the second foul on Blue. Check that. That's going to be, the foul's going to be on Wilkes, his second. And on the line is Hurley. First shot is up and good. They crossed me up with the fives there. Second shot on the way. Good. Rocky Hurley gets his 7th point. It's an 8-point Lexington lead again. 1:55 left to go in the second period. Tanner Davis right side now to Burdine. Burdine on the dribble. Has a high dribble. I thought maybe they were going to call palming. Instead, they're going to call a foul on Jacob Davis, and that's his first. The Tigers will take it out baseline. Davis drives in after the inbounds from Burdine. He's going to bump into several obstacles as he goes into the lane and comes up a little bit lame.
Yeah, it looks like he took a shot right in
the belly there.
Yeah.
The foul is going to be on. It's going to be on Blue. That's his. And to the line goes Davis. First shot's good. Missed the second one, though. Lexington with the rebound. And they're coming down with 1:29 remaining in the half, leading 30-23. On the right side, they get it to Jacob Davis. Davis guarded by J.T. Smith. Penetrates the circle, kicks it off now to Blue. Back now to Valley. Valley dishes it back off to Blue. Blue scores underneath with an easy crip shot. Burdine down the floor, goes to J.T., top of the key. Back to Burdine. Burdine drives in. Jumper hit. I thought it was going to fall 3 times. It didn't. Finally, McGee will pick up the loose change underneath and lays it up and in. 43 seconds. Tigers cut it to 7. Had it to 4 just a moment ago. And working with it for Lexington is Aiden Valley. Against Garrett Smith. Garrett going toe-to-toe with him. Forward and back, 23 seconds. Probably content to take that last shot himself. Instead, kicks it off to Aiden Valley. 13 seconds. Valley backs up. Goes in the corner. Here's a three-pointer with 5 seconds. It's off, no good. And a follow is going to be picked up and put up and in by Valley at the buzzer.
Yeah. He got position on us, got underneath. We lost him, and he got the putback.
So Lexington caps off the second quarter by giving themselves a 9-point lead, the biggest lead of the night for Lexington. I'm not sure. I don't believe the Tigers have led, period, tonight. So this is kind of a repeat of the last game. The second half will, of course, be the tale. That will tell the tale, but it looks a little bit like the way we kind of fell behind in that game in Savannah, and then came back in the second half.
Yeah, we got to get our offense going and playing okay, but got to get some offense going. 25 in the first half and get back in there the third quarter. You know, it'll be off to a good start, hopefully, and get back in this thing real quick.
I would say, I don't have the stats to prove it, but I would say that they've got a slight edge in rebounds tonight. And because I believe Ballou, Bryant, and Massey are having a better time underneath, particularly since Wilkes and Davis like to play the perimeter.
Yeah.
I think that's leaving us short under the board for rebounds. So, but there's a lot of basketball coming your way. 34-25, that is, and we'll be back after these words from our sponsor. It's senior night in Lexington, Tennessee, as the Lexington High School athletes and cheerleaders and whatnot are being introduced.
I thought we've already done
This is the girls' team.
No.
And so we're getting the same music. And the Tigers have come out of the locker room and been standing over in the corner for the last 3 or 4 minutes wondering what to do. I would think they need to be off their feet, but they're just taking it all in and preparing to come back in the second half as they trail 34-25 at the hands of the Red Tigers. Traditional cross-county rivals or inter-county rivals for as long as I've been around the Hardin County area. So 9 points to make up, and I'm sure that they are already schooled on what they need to do, and I think aggressive defense would be a big part of it, and also cutting down on floor mistakes and errors will help them move their way back into the game.
Yeah, you're right. We got to get some offensive power going from outside to start hitting our threes, working it in to
8, and Tanner Davis with 6. Then Wheeler Wilkes has 5. Jackson Burdine has 4. And Garrett Smith with 2. Those are your scores for the first half, 34-25 to score. They're still working on halftime festivities here for senior night. Dance team's on the floor right now. So we're going to take another pause for a word from our sponsors. We'll come back with the third quarter, hopefully, in just a few minutes. Stay with us here on K93. Hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast of Hardin County High School basketball on the road here in Lexington, Tennessee. Bill Sharp along with Steve Carnell and lots of Tiger fans in attendance tonight.
Yeah.
And not all of them parents. There are a bunch of people have come up that are just
There's
casual.
a lot below it.
Down by Massey. Massey over and out of Hurley. Hurley to Massey. Valley, now Hurley again. Right side, guarded by Garrett Smith. 37-25, 7 minutes left to go in the third period. Lexington's Hurley backs up, or Valley rather backs up in no particular hurry. He's a steal by Burdine. Burdine caught a telegraph pass across the key that then went for the layup and missed the layup. Rebound taken down the floor they come. Blue puts the shot off the glass, no good. Rebound, JT. So we're ripping up back and forth down the court and not putting much on the board here. 37-25. Burdine to McGee at the free throw line. Now to Davis. Davis goes in, has it slapped, and I guess
he just threw it out of bounds.
Threw it out of bounds. I thought perhaps somebody hit it from the backside, but I think it just got away from him. Tried to reach for it and pushed it even further out of his reach. The kind of thing that happens to me whenever I play. So.
Yeah.
So Valley facing full court pressure as it's stolen away by Davis. Davis puts it up and in. Tigers pick up 2 off of the pressure. Lexington going to have to prove they can beat it. They finally get it across the timeline to Hurley. Hurley to Valley in the corner for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound and put up and in by Davion Massey.
Well,
He's got 8 now.
We went to sleep inside. Caleb was on one side, and then he just went right by another Tiger in there.
Burdine to Davis. Davis dives in the paint. They're going to call him for traveling.
Well,
in the NBA, you might get away with that.
Well, he got tripped is what happened and stepped on.
Yeah, he stepped on the side of his shoe, and he's out of his shoe now. He's going to have to stop in time.
Yeah, she just had to call something, apparently. Well, he's either going to have to do it or get off the court.
He's having a lot of trouble getting this shoe tied.
Yeah.
But it will be Lexington basketball in the backcourt, regardless of the shoe output. Hurley beats the pressure, gets it to Massey, or Bryant rather, on the left side. Here's a three-pointer put up and good by Valley. Hayden Valley knocks a 3 down from the left wing. It's 42-27 now. 15 points. The lead. And once again, the largest lead of the night. Burdine drives the baseline, puts up the shot, has it blocked down underneath there by Bryant, but it's going to go off out of bounds off of Bryant. Give it to the Tigers. Burdine inbounding it, gets it to Wilkes. Wilkes for 3, front rim. Rebound Bryant. Bryant down the floor, goes in the paint, has the ball stripped. You heard the whistle. It's a foul, and it's going to be called Garrett Smith. That'll be his second for the game and the first team foul for the Tigers in the second half. 4:56 left to go here in the third. Lexington inbounds it to get it over. Driving for a shot is Devin Bryant. Fades away from about 8 or 9 feet. Shot had never had a chance. But Garrett Smith is going to pick up another foul. Working on Bryant. Bryant goes to the line shooting 2. 4:50 left to go third. 42-27 Lexington. I fear it might go higher. Indeed it does as Bryant hits the first free throw. He'll be set for the second one. Missed it. Rebound Wilkes. So the Tigers have the basketball. 4:45 left to go third, trailing by 15. Burdine to JT. JT left side to Davis. Tanner drives in, keeps it up high and tries to get it down to McGee, but McGee can't handle the pass underneath. It was kind of an awkward pass, and McGee couldn't get a grip on it. Goes out of bounds. Give it to Lexington. Working up the floor against the pressure is Hudson and Wheeler on the floor. There's a steal by Wheeler. Wilkes takes it in, lays it off the glass, missed it. But right behind him is Davis, who will get the stick back. Davis was all alone. He's got 10 now. And it's a 14-point Lexington lead. 3 minutes left to go here in the third. Bryant on the right wing, outside to Hurley. Hurley attacked by Wilkes. Loose ball. Wilkes comes up with it. In the flank, killing off his knee, and he kneed it out of bounds. Tigers just can't seem to stop tripping over their own feet. 45-31. Timeout on the floor. Timeout Lexington. 2:48 left to go in the third. Back in 30 seconds. So the Lexington Red Tigers will take it out in the backcourt on the baseline. With 2:48 left to go in the third, they lead 45-31. Tigers have had some chances. Just can't seem to produce out of them. Hurley on the right side, and there's a tap away there by JT, picked up by Burdine. Burdine's in the forecourt. We got the steal now. We got to get some points out of it. In the corner to Wilkes for three. Off, no good. Rebound, Davis. That is Davis for Lexington. 2:19. Across the timeline comes Hurley. Left side to Ballou. Now right side, Massey. Lob under. With it is Bryant. Down to Ballou. In the corner, back outside now to Hurley. Hurley going with JT. Dead away. 1:52 in the third. There's a reach-in foul, I believe it's going to be called on Davis. Indeed, it's going to be on Tanner Davis. That's only his first, so. Not a whole lot of fouls called tonight. I've seen more, but moderate number. They are pretty well letting them play. Jacob Davis gets the inbounds pass for Lexington with 1:45. Right side to Bryant. Bryant stops. 6-foot jumper. Missed it. Rebound taken down by Nesbitt. As Nathan Nesbitt in the game. Carter Smith also in the game for the Tigers while they were on the timeout. Burdine drives in the lane. Takes it to the right side. Lays it up and in. Jackson Burdine excites the Tiger bench, the Tiger faithful. And it's a 12-point game. Driving into forecourt. They go on the left side. And it's going to be thrown away. Good defensive pressure by the Tigers. And it will be thrown out of bounds. They tried to connect with Davis over on the left side and just went outside of his range and went into the bleachers. Give it to Hardin County with 1:13 remaining third period, trailing 45-33. JT works the left side, goes back outside now to Garrett. Garrett tries to lob it under, but it's right into the hands of Ballou. He thought he caught Davis crossing the lane and might get a freebie inside, but Ballou said, we're not going to have that. Now a whistle and a foul called on Davis, his second. And Hardin County goes back with the full court pressure. Here's a steal. Here's a pass that's going to be thrown completely away as Tanner Davis put a lot of pressure on Jacob Davis, and Jacob Davis threw it out of bounds. 45-33. Tigers down by 12. Carter Smith back in the game. Davis sits down. Tanner, that is. Now to JT. JT, head of the key, goes right side to Wilkes. Wheeler tries to penetrate. Instead goes to Garrett outside. 44 seconds in the third. Tigers down by 12. In the corner they go now to Nesbitt. Nesbitt back to JT. Garrett gets it, runs right to left into the lane, kicks it out to Nesbitt. 28 seconds. Driving. JT goes up for a one-handed scoop shot. It's going to be rejected by Ballou and picked up on the floor there by Hurley. Lexington will have a chance to take the last shot of the quarter with 15 seconds remaining. They lead by 12. Hurley on the right side to Bryant. Bryant penetrates, goes under. There's a whistle and a foul call. Is neither team in the 1-and-1. I don't think he was shooting. Could be on Nesbitt. And now they're saying it was a shooting. Can't be a 1-and-1. There's only 6 fouls. So, I didn't see a shot forthcoming from anywhere. Devin Bryan helps us out a bit, missing the first free throw. He'll get another here. Got that one. 46-33, 13 points. Across the timeline, it's a shot at the buzzer by JT. Hugged the back of the rim and just fell off and wouldn't go in, as luck would have it. 46-33, Tigers down. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout. Fourth quarter action coming your way right here. 46-33. Lexington on top. Tigers will have the basketball. A meager advantage beginning the fourth quarter. It's going to have to make it count. Burdine gets it over now to Wilkes. Around to JT. Down in the corner to Burdine, who's gone full circle. Burdine stops, giving a three. Instead, drives in the paint, puts up a driving jumper. It's off, no good. Rebound taken down by Patterson.
A lot of contact in there, too, on Jackson, but no call.
Driving down. Lexington takes it in the corner to Ballou. Driving, putting up a shot. And boy, what a shot by Aiden Valley. Aiden Valley's got 17 now, and that should have been about 12 of them right there. JT drives into the paint, kicks it outside to Davis. Davis drives in, puts the shot. That went halfway down, came back out, got his own rebound. He's going up for the follow, and he's going to go to the line now, shooting 2. Foul's going to be on Ryder Blankenship. His first, and to the line, as I said, was Davis. First shot is up and off, no good.
Got to make the freebies.
Second shot, he got it. So Tanner hits 1 out of 2 there. And the Tigers right now are shooting about 56% from the free throw line.
Yeah. We need a flurry is what we need right now of offense.
Of course, Lexington's only shooting 33%, so I guess that's not too bad. And here, as the Tigers apply pressure at midcourt, Valley's going to just throw it into the bleachers. And that's happened a number of times tonight, so that we obviously have them off-centered with this pressure. You just got to turn it into some points. Wilkes goes to Burdine in the corner. Burdine goes forward, backs up, goes forward again, goes down, puts a shot along the baseline. It's off, no good, with a whistle and a foul. The shot was from about 6.5, 7 feet away. And picking up the foul is Blue. That's his third.
You see Hurley get up and block that shot. He's not a very big guy up there, but he got up.
To the line goes Burdine. That is the second foul on Blue. Burdine's first free throw is good. Second free throw is good as well. So Jackson now has 8. Here's some substitutions following the made basket by Burdine. 48-36, 12 points. Not undoable. The Tigers just got to start converting when they get these turnovers. Now with it in the backcourt, trap there. In trouble is Valley. Valley gets it up in the forecourt. Tripping and spilling the basketball was Jacob Davis, but a whistle and a foul is going to be called on McGee.
Not sure about that.
That is McGee's first foul for big man. That's not bad. They're obviously letting them play pretty loosely inside. 6:30 left in the fourth, 48-36. Tigers down. Valley trapped, in trouble, tries to squirt it through the lane. It's going to be out of bounds as he tried to get it into Bryant. He was struggling to get rid of it, and he just threw it.
How that didn't touch anybody, I have no idea.
He went through about 6
pairs
of legs.
Yeah, rolling on the ground. That was weird.
It will be Tiger basketball, as it should be, forevermore. Burdine across the timeline. Stops, lobs under to Davis. Davis can't catch it. Rebound taken down, and coming out with it is Rocky Hurley. Hurley stops, leaps into the lane, and then kicks it back outside now. And driving in, kicking it out in the right corner. 3-pointers put up and no good there by Davis. Got his own rebound. Lexington maintains control of the basketball with 5:47 left to go in the fourth period. Here's a steal by Davis, or rather Wilkes. Wilkes comes out of the pack, goes in, misses the layup, and now there's a whistle and a foul called following the shot. They're going to call it on McGee, who was trailing the play. And I didn't see it. It's possible, but we're
trying to figure out what he did. Ryan, Coach Geyer, he's trying to figure it out.
Caleb's going, he's incredulous about it.
I don't know if they were thinking
that
that Wheeler got fouled or what happened, but anyway. They're going to shoot a 1-and-1.
The matter of fact is, on the line, shooting 1-and-1 is Grant Patterson, and he hit the first one. And that ball did a 480 before it fell in. (49-36). Now it's 50-36 as Patterson hits both. 14 points, 5:36 to get them back. Tigers need to gas it up a bit. Across the timeline, Burdine drives, stops, baseline, puts it off the glass. Didn't get it, but he was fouled. So Burdine will stop the clock and pick up a couple of points here. Foul is going to be on Jacob Davis, his third. Burdine on the line, shooting 2. First shot is good. He'll get another. JT up off the bench, ready to come in. Second shot's off, no good. So it's rebound Lexington. They're down the floor, leading now by 13. With it now is Jacob Davis. Now he loses in the corner, recovers it. Trying to find Bryan inside, but can't go with it. McGee's all over him. Now to Valley. Valley in the paint. He's about, he's going to be called for traveling. Drug his pivot foot. And the backside official is going to call it. It will be Tiger basketball in the backcourt. Under 5 minutes to go, 50-37. The score, Lexington up by 13. A baker's dozen. Burdine goes back. I thought he was going to throw it away. Fortunately, Wilkes came out of nowhere to save it. Back across the court now to Davis. Davis goes in, tries a fancy shot underneath. It won't go. Coming out with it is Bryant. Bryant drives in for the layup on the other end. Followed closely there by Caleb McGee. I don't know what McGee was planning to do, but he never got a chance to do it. Foul's going to be called on Wilkes, his third, according to my tally, and that is corroborated with the scoreboard.
Well, I know one thing. They get into the paint and the whistle's blowing. We get down here in the paint and the whistle's not blowing. And our guys are coming out with, what's going on? Why aren't we getting these same calls?
Ryan hit one, missed the second one, though. Rebound taken down by JT. Out the pass to Burdine. Burdine goes in, scores, and he's fouled.
Talk him into it.
Yep. Burdine picks up his 11th point, plus he'll go to the line to shoot one.
That's a good move, too. Got it with.
Foul's going to be on Blue, his third.
Using that left hand. But we got to have something quick.
4:29.
A lot of basketball left.
Burdine got it, boy. Took some iron, but he brought it home. That's what you got to do, is bring home the bacon. JT checks out, in checks Garrett. Smith-wise. And Massey will dribble across to Hurley. Hurley back to Massey. Massey underneath the Blue. Blue goes in, misses the layup, but he's fouled. 4:17 remaining now. Tigers down by 11. We're whittling away a little bit, but going to have to hurry up, though. Foul's going to be on Garrett Smith. That's going to be his fourth. On the line is Blue shooting two. That rhymes. First shot's good. JT back in, Garrett back out. Second shot is up, good. For Donovan Blue, for a big guy, has a real good touch from the free throw line. 13 points to lead now. JT goes to Davis on the left wing. Davis crosses left to right, stops just outside the paint right side. Back to Wilkes. Wilkes drives in. As he turns to go to the glass, the ball is tapped away. Now there's a whistle. And
I didn't see what he did.
There was, obviously, he said something to the official, and there's a technical foul.
Well, I don't know.
I'm assuming it looks to me like Wilkes has gone to the line, and everybody's backed off.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they called a foul.
Yeah.
They called a foul on him against Wilkes. He'll go to the line, and then I don't know what happened afterwards.
I didn't see it because the official chased him all the way back into the forecourt for Lexington.
He might have said something he heard or thought he heard something.
Now the officials are having a little powwow inside the paint.
Well, you got a 1-and-1, and you got a technical too. So,
one official turns to Coach Geyer and says a 1-and-1 first.
Yeah, that's the right call.
Yeah, this could be beneficial to the Tigers if we could hit some free throws. First shot by Wilkes is up. It's good.
I don't know what happened.
Second shot's good. Yeah, he's going to stay on the line and shoot two more.
He did a good job officiating, though. He went over there and talked to him, and, he said, I don't know what I did, but anyway. He told him what he did. He said, okay.
It had to be something that you and I couldn't hear.
Yeah. Well, I wish I'd heard it. I'm kind of.
Oh, just like you. Just like you.
I don't want to start rumors.
Yeah, I know. You're going to think the worst no matter what. So. Oh.
Well, we got three out of four.
Got 3 out of 4 there.
And get the ball back.
Tigers hanging around with a 67% free throw now. Down by 10. They can get it into single digits here. We got a half a quarter left. That's not undoable. Inbounds to Jackson Burdine. Jackson across the timeline. Goes right side. Left to Davis on the wing. Davis. Whoa. I thought he traveled with a basketball, but the official standing there didn't think so. Here's a lob inside to McGee. McGee back to the goal. Drives, goes left, puts the shot up left-handed, missed it. Rebound taken down by Valley. Smallest guy on the floor. Comes up with the rebound. Lexington working the offensive end to Valley for 3. This one won't go. Rebound taken down and controlled by Davis. Tanner Davis running. Down to Burdine in the corner, right side. Burdine could have taken the 3, didn't. Instead went to JT on the left side. Now to Burdine for 3. It's off, no good. Rebound Bryant. He steps on the line. I saw it. You saw it. All God's children saw that one. And it will be Tiger basketball with just over 3 minutes left to go here in the fourth. Trailing by 10. We need a bucket here. Desperate lead. Burdine in the corner. Here's Wilkes for 3. Wilkes hits the 3. Cuts it to 7 now with 3:01 remaining. There's timeout on the floor. Timeout Hardin County. We will take a... Let's see what she's got. A 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. All right, the plot thickens here. Tigers have cut it to 7 with 3:01 remaining, and I expect the pressure will continue. Valley trapped in the backcourt, trying to beat a 10-second call. Gets it over now to Hurley. Back to Valley. Valley beats the press, gets it into the forecourt, goes down in the corner to Ballou. Underneath the Bryant. Bryant goes in with the shot. It won't go, man. That looked like it was going in, but a whistle and a foul is called, and it's going to force Massey. I said it was Bryant, but it was Massey. Massey's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Foul is going to be on Tanner Davis, his 3rd. First shot by Massey's up and good. Garrett checks out. JT checks in. Second shot. Got it. 55-46 now. 2:40 remaining. Burdine across the timeline. Stops. Head of the key. Hesitates. Drives in. Puts up the shot. Missed it. Rebound. Bryant. Bryant running across the timeline, down in the corner to Valley. Valley drives baseline, puts up the jumper, block. Coming out with it is Wilkes. Thought sure there'd be a foul call there, but Wilkes comes out with it, drives down, puts up a floating one-hander, missed it. Rebound, Bryant. Outside to Massey. Massey across the timeline. Goes over to Hurley. Hurley is going to throw it into the backcourt. And they will be Tiger basketball. It looked for a moment like he was going to let Tanner Davis pick it up and take it to the basket. Then he grabbed it at the last second. 2:03 left now, 55-46. Tigers down by 9. Now with it is JT. JT outside to Burdine. Burdine working against Massey. Head fakes, drives forward, and will be fouled as he goes in for, I'm thinking they're going to call this a shooting foul.
That's, I think, 1 and 1.
Yeah, it's going to be on Massey, and it will be that looks like, yeah, it's a 1 and 1. So Burdine on the line shooting 1 and 1. First shot's good. (55-47). And he got the roll on the second one as well. So it's a 7-point game. Lexington working it up with 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining. They're working down for the steal by Garrett Smith. Smith down in the car, throws it right into the hands of Rocky Hurley. And Hurley will get it back for Lexington. Tigers had some daylight there, and then they closed up on them. Down the floor comes Valley. Valley's going to be run over by Garrett Smith from the backcourt. And Garrett Smith's going to pick up foul number 5.
I don't know why we was in such a hurry, but that's a tough pass all the way across the floor.
So Garrett goes to the bench with 5. In comes JT to replace him. To the line goes Aiden Valley. And he'll be shooting 1 and 1. Or is that 10 foul? Doesn't matter. He hit the first one.
He's a good free throw shooter. I remember him from last time.
And he got them both. Timeout. Hardin County, 1:31 left to go. 57-48. We will take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. .31 seconds remaining. Tigers trail 57-48. Jackson Burdine across the timeline. Looking out on the left wing, gets it to Tanner Davis. Davis drives toward the baseline, stops about 5 feet away, and back to JT. Now to Tanner. Tanner crosses left to right through the lane. Back to Wilkes. Wheeler drives, spins, shoots. Got it, and he's fouled. What a shot by Wheeler Wilkes. And how he got that one to fall, I don't know. He just kind of backed in toward the basket, threw it up with I think with the right hand. I couldn't tell, it was so fast. He's on the line for the three-point play. Missed it. Rebound, Lexington. 7 points, the difference now. 57-50, 1 minute left. Down the floor they go, into the hands of McGee. McGee gets the steal. Now to Burdine. Burdine drives in the lane, going to go up with the shot, and there's going to be a blocking foul call. It's going to be on Rocky Hurley.
Well,
that could have, I don't know.
Jackson just sort of stopped in his tracks and was waiting on the call. Was it me or was it them?
That was a weird play the way that transpired. But Burdine's on the line. He's got 2 and missed the first free throw. Right now he's 6 for 8 from the free throw line in this quarter alone. Second shot's up and good.
2-possession game now.
57-51, 50 seconds left. Trapped in the back court. Get it over to Davis. Now to Hurley. To Valley. Valley goes in, puts up a 14-footer with 40 seconds, and he hit it.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
Tigers running. Burdine in the paint, goes in for the shot, has it blocked, but he's fouled. Stop the clock with 32.5 seconds remaining.
That's the calls we weren't getting earlier in the third quarter that Jackson was trying to get. We're getting them here late, but I don't know if it's enough. You got to mark a free throws.
Foul is going to be on Ballou, his third. I thought that was his fourth.
Get in there, yeah.
And he missed. Jackson missed the free throw. Got the second one though, and there's timeout call. Timeout, Hardin County. 59 seconds remaining. Oh, not that much. Anyway, we'll take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be right back. (59-52), Lexington clinging on to a 7-point lead. And I made the mistake of not looking at the scoreboard before we went on break, and I'm having to wait for it to wind down to 0 to see how much time is left. It's 32.5 seconds. My memory's not that good. Lexington inbounds it. Looked to me like a travel there by Valley, but a whistle and a foul is going to be called. And it's going to be on Wheeler Wilkes. That's his fourth. And we'll make the long trip to the other end and give it to Aiden Valley to shoot 2.
Well,
the double bonus is in effect.
Can he miss them both? Is it possible? No.
Hit the first one. 27 seconds remaining. Second shot in the air, missed it. Rebound.
And then we
Tigers
threw it away.
Have it stolen away. And back underneath and going in for the layup following the steal was Valley. Valley missed the shot, but he's fouled, and Wheeler Wilkes is fouled out of the game.
Caleb, he just wasn't expecting anybody to be there. He turned around, he saw Jackson, but
so Nesbitt checks in for Wilkes. Not much hope for the Tigers now. Down by 8, 21 seconds. First shot by Valley's off, no good. Second shot, yes. 21 seconds. Tigers need to put up a 3 real quick. JT in the corner to Nesbitt. Out of Burdine. Burdine backs up. Instead of shooting, takes it into the paint, puts up the shot, no good. Got his own rebound. Then stripped away by Bryant on the follow, and a quick foul with 3.6 seconds remaining, which is totally useless.
Yep.
Down by 9 now.
Well, they were just going to hold it up, let it go.
Yeah. To the line will go Devin Bryant, and the Tigers will fall tonight. The only thing that'll change from here is the final score. First shot is up and off by Bryant. 61-52 with 3.5 seconds remaining, and out of the game comes Aiden Valley with 23 points tonight.
Maybe a couple of their seniors, I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of them.
Second shot's off, no good. Rebound, take it down. And a shot at the buzzer by Wilkes is off, no good. And 61-52 is your final score. Lexington avenges a loss to the Tigers in Savannah last week. And we'll have to wait and see if we'll get to face them again in the District T.
Well, you know, we still got a lot of basketball to go. We have Chester County and McNairy Central back-to-back. So that's going to be a big week next week for both teams. And a really big week for us. We split with Lexington. We lost to Chester County. You know, we need to win the games that we're at home and then go to McNairy hopefully with a couple of wins next week and see what happens on Valentine's Day or night.
Sounds like a plan. Looking at the scoring for Lexington tonight, as I said, Valley had 23 points to lead all scorers in the game. Donovan Ballou had 12. Davion Massey had 9. Devin Bryant had 5. Rocky Hurley had 6. Ryder Blankenship had 4. And Grant Patterson had 2. For the Tigers tonight, leading scorer in the house is Jackson Burdine with 16. He's followed closely by Wheeler Wilkes with 13. Caleb McGee had 10. Let's see, Garrett Smith had 2. Oh, Tanner Davis had 11. I skipped him there. He had 11, and as I said, Garrett Smith had 2. And that's about it for the Tigers tonight as they fall 61-52 on the road versus Lexington.
Tough night for both teams offensively. We just couldn't really get anything going, couldn't get our three-shot going. Tried to really take it to the basket and work in the paint. Didn't get a lot of calls early in the game. And then, it's just got too far behind. And any time we did something positive, we turned it right back over to them. Or, missed some shots inside that usually go. It's just one of those nights. And, they'll get better. They'll be ready to go next week.
No doubt. That's about the only choice you have at this point. So, Tigers fall 61-52. Lady Tigers fall earlier in the night 39-28. And that's about all we got. You got anything for tomorrow?
Sports Talk in the morning, 9 a.m. Both coaches will be in. We'll talk about tonight's game, get you set up for next week. And a lot of sports action going on. Tennessee basketball tomorrow as well versus Auburn up on the Hill at 1 p.m. right here on 93.5. So a lot going on tomorrow.
Yeah, well, we got Chester County coming to our place on Tuesday, and then McNairy coming to our place on Friday, and then the following Tuesday we'll wrap the regular season up with a road trip to McNairy. So that'll just about wrap it up for us here. Once again, the Tigers fall 61-52. The Lady Tigers fall 39-28.